Hey, this is Island Hop, and this is Ed Salick, and we're back. Now I want you to close your eyes. The year is 1957. Alan Freed's on the radio. They're parked down by the beach, and Alan Freed says, #1 song of the day, Come Go With Me. And ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Sinceres.
Well, I love you, darling. Come and go with me. Please don't send me way beyond the sea. And I need you, darling. So come go with me. Come into my heart and tell me, darling. Say we'll never part. And I need you, darling. So come go with me. Oh, baby, yes, I really need you. Yes, I really love you. Please say you'll never leave me. Yes, you said you never. Yes, you really never.
Never give me a chance.
Come into my heart and tell me, darling. Say we'll never part, and I need you, darling. So come go with me. Oh, baby, yes, I really need you. Yes, I really love you. Please say you'll never leave me. Yes, you say you never. Yes, you really never.
Why is everybody always picking on me?
Come into my heart and tell me, darling. Say we'll never part, and I need you, darling. So come go with me. Oh, baby, yes, I really need you. Yes, I really love you. Please say you'll never leave me. Yes, you say you never. Yes, you really never.
Never give me a chance.
Come into my heart and tell me, darling. Say we'll never part, and I need you, darling. So come go with me.
Thank you. This next form we'd like to perform was originally done by the Cleftones and then was remade by the group called The Excellence, and it was on the flip side of Coney Island Baby, and the name of the song is You Baby You.
Bom 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 bom.
You baby captured me, my darling, can't you see? That's the way I want it to be. I feel so free. Everyone that looks at me, walk a baby down the street. My heart skips a beat. Well, now I know I really love you so, and I want this world to know that I love you, you love me. That's the way it should always be.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Wop wop shabba ba 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 ba.
Oh yeah.
Wop wop shabba ba ba ba.
Bom 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 bom
baby, you baby captured me, my darling, can't you see? That's the way I want it to be. I feel so free. Everyone that looks at me, walk a baby down the street. My heart skips a beat. Well, now I know I really love you so, and I want this world to know that I love you, you love me. That's the way it should always be.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Wop wop shabba ba 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 ba.
Oh yeah.
Wop wop shabba ba ba ba.
Bom 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 bom
You baby, you.
Yeah.
You, and only you.
Thank you.
Our next number became popular by a group called the Dream Lovers. It was a very popular wedding song. So for all of those of you who are out there planning a wedding, this one's for you.
Darling, Send invitations to all our friends and relations. We'll have a ball, dancing and all when we get married. Ooh, when the bells ring and tell the world I'm taking your hand. Folks from all over will come to see the wedding we planned. We'll have a ball, dancing and all when we get married. When we get married, we'll have a ball. We'll have a ball, dancing and all. And darling, we'll be also gay. We'll have a time. We'll have a time. Champagne and wine. And darling, we'll be as one. Just wait and see. Our wedding day is not very far. All folks who whisper and say how lovely we both are. We'll have a ball, dancing and all when we get married.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Guys are outrageous.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eddie.
Bernie, John,
Thank you.
Thank you, Ed.
Mike.
Night.
I'm thinking, today's July 5th. We're taping on July 5th, 2000. July 7th, 1992. Stood same spot,
Exact spot right here.
same spot.
Yes, it's hard to believe.
What
8
was
years
it?
ago.
The Castells then, right?
Back then it was named the
The
Castells,
Castells. God bless.
right?
And still doing it, still doing it. Yeah, I understand you guys just did, we'll talk about it a little more later, but you just did the Meadowlands?
Yeah, we did a show out at the Meadowlands. We were with 5 other a cappella groups, and we did an outdoor oldies show, and then they had the indoor show. It was fantastic. Really good. Really, really good.
Let's start with you, Bernard. Give a little background on yourself. How'd you
Well,
get into this?
I got into it with myself and John Scalise. We go back to 1964. We had a small group. We were young teenagers then. We called the Four Jades.
This is when I was 14 years old.
Yeah, you were.
Wow.
We had permission from his mother to come out. But that's
That was
where we started.
on the
We grew up
stoop, on the stoop on Mulberry Street.
On Mulberry Street. We grew up on the Lower East Side, and that's where Vita's from also. And
Right.
that's how we started, and it never gets out of your blood,
Yeah.
It's like a hobby for us. We really enjoy it.
And thank God for that.
Yes,
Thank God for
definitely.
that, because you've kept the sound alive. As the years go by, we depend on, people like that have it in your blood, because you're obviously not making money doing this. You're doing this because you love it.
No, definitely. We'd starve. We'd definitely
We're not
starve.
making
We see a
money.
lot of
Right.
young a cappella groups that are getting out there. So, when
Yeah, that's a
we're
good
done,
feeling.
It's great.
It's a good feeling when you see, young kids in their 20s, and when Boys to Men came out, when they first started, when they did the parody on Freddie Paris, that was a good feeling, because you're saying, wow, it's there.
Oh,
and,
yeah, it's
and
definitely
they're
there.
making beautiful music the same way we did.
Exactly. They're not making any major changes, and they're keeping it the way, originally
Exactly.
There was a group called Who's Johnny There?
Right.
Oh.
That when we sang at the
Yeah.
Meadowlands, they are tremendous.
They are.
I mean, young kids. They're older now.
Absolutely unbelievable.
They started with us.
They're older young kids. Well, we're
There's
older
4 of
young
them are
kids too.
brothers.
They were really young when they
Really
first started.
young.
But now they're tremendous.
How about you, John?
Again,
Other than-
I'm with Bernard. We grew up on the Lower East Side together, on my
Okay.
street, Mulberry Street. And I can't say when I think about singing street corners, we didn't sing in the street corners really. We looked for hallways.
Yeah.
We looked for the subways.
You needed the echo.
We needed the echo.
Well, that's funny enough. We go back to July 1992, and I'm going to have to dig the tape out of the archives. But if you remember correctly, we went into the men's room over here
That's right.
with the camcorder,
Exactly.
and we used the echo, and you were doing, let me see if I got it right, Traveling Stranger.
Exactly.
Are you
You
kidding?
did Traveling
Remember that.
Stranger,
Exactly.
right? And the echo on that came out phenomenal. I'm sorry, Mike, you weren't there
Great
then,
memory.
but we're going to have to do that again. Vita, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm still living on the Lower East Side. I'm still hanging out on the stoop on Mulberry Street. And yeah, I was in the men's room singing that song too.
Yes, you were. But we emptied it out first.
I hope so. And I came into this by accident. I never sang before. I was at a party that I should not have been at, but as fate would have it, I went to the party, we started singing, and that's been the case since January of '91, when I
Wow.
became a Castell.
And still here with them.
And
Still
still
going.
here as the Sinceres.
Now, let's find out from the newest member here.
The
Mike.
baby.
The baby, right.
The baby.
I'm out of Queens, and I've been listening to doo-wop since I was born because of my parents, and love the music. And I did a jingle for Don Kirich's doo-wop shop, and it came out, and that's how I heard of the group. That's how the group heard of me, and by chance we got together, and
Yeah, you also with Don K. Reed this past week at the Meadowlands, right? Yeah.
He hosted
Yeah.
the Meadowlands IAcapella show.
How old are you, Mike? I got to ask
35.
you. I hate you. I hate you.
We hate him too.
No, it's good to have you. It's good, and it's good to have, keeping the sound alive. It really, it means a lot.
For a young guy, he's so dedicated. He's
And,
there all the time. I mean, it's amazing.
Now, the only thing is, he's from Queens, and usually to cross the Verrazano, we have a visa that expires at 11 o'clock. So, I mean, everybody from Brooklyn and Manhattan are okay, but, the guys from Queens. Actually, he was out here an hour before everybody else. You guys live on Staten Island. You can,
Well, actually,
live in Jersey.
He lives in Jersey.
Oh, Jersey now,
Vita
right.
lives in Manhattan. I live in Staten Island,
Right.
and he lives in Queens. So it's a lot of traveling to get
nice
us
blend.
together.
Yeah, nice blend. Listen, I've been talking too much. People don't really want to hear me talk. They want to hear you sing. So what we're going to do now is, let's see.
Teardrops Follow Me?
Oh,
Teardrops
good.
Follow Me.
Teardrops Follow Me coming up next. All right, we have some more music. The Sinceres, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This next song by the Del Santons, Teardrops Follow Me.
Bo, bo, bo. Da da, you da da, you da da, you da da, da da, teardrops follow me. Bo, 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 da da, you da da, you da da, you da da, da da, teardrops follow me. Bo, 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 da da,
Everything that I try to do,
da da, teardrops follow me. Bo, 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 da da,
everywhere that I run to,
teardrops.
dum-de-dip-dip, I guess I'm a lonely soul. Well, this is something I
Bop,
can't
shoo, bop, shoo,
control.
bop, everywhere she goes.
Teardrops follow me.
Teardrops follow me.
Everything that's in my heart I feel.
Teardrops follow me.
Either disappears or I find out it's unreal.
Teardrops
Dum-de-dip-dip, I guess I'll wait and see just what the future has in
bop,
store
shoo, bop, shoo, bop,
for me.
everywhere she goes.
Teardrops follow me.
Teardrops follow me.
Somebody tell me what is wrong with me. This can't be true, it just can't be. When I go to bed, I can't sleep.
Hey.
You can find me walking down lonely street, and let me tell you, like I said before,
Teardrops follow me.
what do I do when I get to my front door? Dum-de-dip-dip, look in the mirror and what do I see? Looks like the teardrops are
Bop, shoo, bop, shoo, bop,
following me.
everywhere she goes.
Teardrops follow me.
Teardrops follow me.
Somebody tell me what is wrong with me. This can't be true, it just can't be. When I go to bed, I can't sleep.
Hey.
You can find me walking down lonely street, and let me tell you, like I said before,
Teardrops follow me.
what do I do when I get to my front door? Dum-de-dip-dip, look in the mirror and what do I see? Looks like the teardrops are
Bop, shoo, bop, shoo, bop,
following me.
everywhere she goes.
Teardrops follow me.
Teardrops follow me. Teardrops follow me. Teardrops follow me. Teardrops follow me. Thank you.
This next song, originally Little Girl of Mine by the Cleftones, is now Little Boy of Mine by the Sinceres.
Le, 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 le.
Yeah.
Le, 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 le.
Yeah.
God, look, you know, I can't take it. I do bass, I do everything in this group. First tenor, falsetto, my voice is drying. We need
I
somebody.
got an idea. Eddie Salik's been doing this for so many years, and he introduces all these groups and everything, and he was never put on the spot of being part of the group, you know. And I think it's about time, after all these years, that Eddie gets a little bit involved.
Come on up here, Eddie.
Come on, Eddie. Come on up.
Come on up here.
This could be a mistake.
This is going to be fun.
This could be a mistake.
You are now going to be officially initiated.
Listen, I did
As a
this with Johnny
sincere.
Maestro once and threw me off the stage.
No, we won't do that. We won't do that. And ladies and gentlemen, the fifth sincere, Eddie Salik. Le, 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 le.
Damn.
Le, 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 le.
Damn.
Le, 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 le.
Oh, little boy of
Le,
mine,
le, 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 le.
Damn.
Le, 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 le,
you
le.
sure look
Le, le,
fine.
le, le, le.
Damn.
Le, le,
Yes, you appeal to me. I'll never set you free.
Yeah.
le, 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 le.
Be my loving baby till the end of time. I can't even get you off my mind. Oh, the girls all roll their eyes as we go strolling by. It's not so hard to see that they all envy me. 'Cause you're my loving baby till the end of time. I can't even get you off my mind. Oh, well, now I know I love you so. I'll never let you go. I need your love, oh, so much. I'll thrill to your touch. So, little boy, stay true. That's all I ask of you. Be mine and mine alone. Don't leave your happy home. For I love you, baby, and I always will. You're my one and only thrill for me. Oh, well, now I know I love you so. I'll never let you go. I need your love, oh, so much. I'll thrill to your touch. So, little boy, stay true. That's all I ask of you. Be mine and mine alone. Don't leave your happy home. For I love you, baby, and I always will. You're my one and only thrill for me. My baby, my honey.
All right.
Yeah.
Mr. Eddie Salik, the fifth sincere. Thank you very much, Eddie. That was great.
You guys actually turned my mic on. Usually they shut it off and they make believe I'm singing.
And that wasn't lip syncing either. So we want to thank you. That was a
Well,
lot of fun. Thank
listen,
you
as
very
long as I'm here, we'll talk a little bit. And tell me about your CD. Who's going to...
much. John, you want to start?
John?
Well, we're halfway through it. Maybe a little less because we may want to recut a number that's on there. We're going to do this
The
tonight.
one I just did, you're cutting out, right? With me, anyway.
We did that already. Didn't we do the song already?
Right.
And it's going to be probably about 96.5% IAcapella. We may stick a little bit of some music, just a little bit, just a little touch of it.
You ever think of using soundtracks to use them, or do you just go strictly a cappella?
Strictly acapella.
Yeah.
We're not thinking
Which
about
is the
anything else.
biggest
Unless you're giving us an
challenge?
idea tonight.
In doo-wop music, a cappella is the biggest challenge.
Oh, it's
There's no room for
tremendous job.
mistakes.
Absolutely not.
You know, when you're backed up with horns and guitars and
Yeah.
bass guitar and drums, they cover up a multitude of sins.
It's,
You know, if you make a mistake, you're out there.
it's
You know,
very stressful up here. It's you know, you really got to do
I
it.
thought it was fun, to tell you the truth.
Oh,
I
it
mean,
was fun.
I didn't
Oh,
know what
yeah.
I was doing. I mean, but it was
You know,
fun.
when you're on, but sometimes it's tough.
Yeah.
But
Who
by
picked-
the way, the name of the CD is going to be called Sincerely Yours. And I
That's
think
appropriate.
it's a
Yeah.
very appropriate name, we think. And we're about halfway through, and by the end of August, I think, beginning of September, we should.
Well, I'll tell you
put
what,
it out.
I want you back with the CD. You know, we're not letting you go yet. It's too soon. We got a lot more music to get out of you. But when the CD's done, we definitely want you back.
Thank you.
Who picks the music?
Everybody.
Yeah,
We all do.
Yeah.
we just keep digging until we find something that clicks.
Find something that we hear, oh, you know, not too many people do this one. Probably work.
We don't
Yeah.
want to
We
do
try it and
Yeah, we don't want to do what typical acapella groups do out there. Like what
Well,
we
yeah.
call it
You know, you get Still of the Night, you get
Yeah,
Gloria, and,
right.
you know, and but I believe. How many times have you gone to a doo-wop show and you've had 10 groups on a card and 8 of them did I Believe?
Yeah.
You know, it's
What was
yeah.
amazing, though, the show
Which
that
is a
we
beautiful
just did,
song, but you know,
Yeah.
but you've
the
heard
show that
it.
we just did, we had like 5 or 6 a cappella groups, and there wasn't one song repeated. And nobody
That's
knew
good.
what other group was doing. So that
that's
was,
good,
that really
especially for
turned out-
somebody that's, you know, into the music.
Exactly. So
right?
there's a lot of variety out there, you know.
Well, we got a lot more music to get out of you. Now, you wanted to say hello to
Well, yeah.
Okay. I know her as Peggy Kehoe.
I know her as Margaret Mary.
And you know her as Margaret Mary, and so does Eddie Salick know her as Margaret Mary, and I forgot her married name.
Armananti
Aminanti.
What kind of name is
Yeah.
that?
So Peggy Kehoe.
Hello, Peggy.
Hi.
Hello.
and Richie and Bobby. Hello,
Yes, definitely.
very, very good friends. Okay, now I'm going to turn it back over to you, and I'm looking on it. Oh my God, with Gee Whiz, of course, that's a standard.
That's a
Now,
standard.
if not mistaken, we did Gee Whiz back in '92.
Exactly.
That's right.
That's normally our
Okay.
closer. You know.
Ladies and gentlemen, some more music from the Sinceres, and I won't get back up and ruin it anymore.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Fade now, right?
This next song, as we always do, we would like to dedicate it to my brother, Vietnam veterans, those that made it home and especially those that did not. It's a beautiful song that was sung by Carla Thomas, Gee Whiz.
Gee whiz. Look at his eyes. Gee whiz. How they hypnotize. He's got everything a girl could want. Man, oh man, what a prize.
What a prize.
Gee whiz. He's all the joy. Gee whiz. I can find in a boy. He's awful nice, it's paradise. I hope I'm not his decoy.
His decoy.
Heaven up above knows how much I love that fellow so. Angels sing of the love that he brings. I hope our love will grow and grow. 'Cause gee whiz, I love that guy. Gee whiz, my oh my oh my. There are things we can do. I could say I love you, but all I can say is gee whiz.
very much.
Thank you. This next song is by our good friends, The Dimensions. We took it from their CD. It's called A Tear Fell.
Do-ah-wah, 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 whoa, ho, ho, ho. Do-ah-wah, 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 whoa, ho, ho, ho. A tear fell from my eye, whoa, God, when you said goodbye. Tear fell from my eye, whoa, God, when you said goodbye. Please, my darling,
Come back and start anew.
start anew.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Now that you're gone, I need your love so bad. Oh, please, can't you see that I still love you? Oh, a tear fell
From my eye, whoa, God, when you said goodbye. Tear fell from my eye, whoa, God, when you said goodbye. Please, my darling,
come back and start anew.
come back and start love anew. Thank you.
Thank you.
Passion's original name was This Is My Love, and a lot of people out there know it as Sweeter Than. Lum, lum, lum,
Blum,
Sweeter than the honeydew,
blum, blum, blum.
sweeter than sugar from candy too. Oh, this is my love, so pure and true.
This is my love. This is my love.
Always beside me when I call. My golden sunshine when raindrops fall. This is my love. This is my heart. No tears on my pillow, no pain in my heart. All my dreams are forsaken, it seems, for my baby never lies. Oh, I'm never lonely, I'm never blue. He takes my sorrows and breaks them in two. Whoa, this is my love. This is my love. Love, love.
Thank you.
always wanted you
to be my love.
with the stars up in the sky.
Then you realize,
Then you will realize
that you belong to me.
I have cried so much for you.
For you, my dear.
I have almost died for you.
For you, my dear.
I hope you do decide
To be my love.
Then you will realize
That you belong to me.
Please say that you love me. Oh, please be mine.
You love
Please say that you care for me.
Care for
Then I'll stop this crying over you. Please say you want me to
be your love.
I have always wanted you
To be my love.
with the stars up in the sky.
That you realize
Then you will realize
that you belong.
to
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay label.
Very good.
The purple label. And the flip side was Shirley,
Very good.
1956. Wow.
Long
This is
time.
incredible. Now, we're going to look at some pictures that we've got. They're going to prop up in the...
Oh, that was
you can
from
tell us about the Johnny Maestro show.
the 24th, yeah.
Um,
Well,
Okay.
that's us and Don K. Reed who hosted the, there was two affairs. One was outside and one was inside, and we were the acapella group for the outside, and that was Don K. Reed. Notice he had his own trailer in the back, you know, with air conditioning.
with the air conditioning.
With air
Always
conditioning.
sweated.
Let me tell you, what a gentleman.
Excellent.
Been with Don
I mean,
on a number of occasions, and super gentleman, and just keeps the music
And there's
going.
Mike hobnobbing with Don K. Reed, you know.
Ah,
And that was it was a hot day. It was about 95 degrees out there, and on stage it was over 100. You know, it was
yeah,
really.
we did Snug Harbor with him, and one of those hot
I
days.
was at
yeah,
that day.
Yeah,
I
right.
was
Yeah,
there,
you
you
were
know.
there that day. What we
And
got
that's
here?
Michael and Johnny Maestro and what's his first name? Ferrara's first name? The bass. Freddie Ferrara and Don K. Reed and Scalisi in the back. In fact,
Was
funny
Michael trying
story.
out for Don K. Reed one?
Mike is hobnobbing with everybody. Johnny Maestro and I were born on the same block, Roosevelt Street. It is no longer there.
And Johnny Maestro used to live down off of what's now, it was then Seaside Boulevard, now it's
Exactly.
Capital Boulevard, yeah.
Exactly.
He used to spend his summers over here.
And
Along
there
with
was-
Bobby Darin.
Exactly.
Another one, right.
And that's us on stage. It's about 110 degrees up there, and it was very warm. But we had a great time, great audience. Must have been about 1,500 people out there, and there was all kinds of old-time cars out there. It was fantastic. It was really good. We had a good time, except for Johnny's blisters on his feet from walking around all day.
I decided to
Now, listen,
wear.
I just went into the control room before, and I listened to that.
We got one more there. I think.
Oh, we got another one. Oh.
That's me with Speedo in the Cadillac, and he was gracious enough. Me, not Mike. Me with Speedo in the Cadillac.
There's another gentleman.
Excellent.
So,
I'm telling you.
I tell you, the people in the business that I've gotten to meet over the past 10 years and even before that, super gentlemen, you know, they all have outside jobs and, you know, as their livelihood, but if you think about it, Speedo and, you know, what the Cadillacs did, Herbie Cox, I mean, you're doing half of his numbers. You can't meet a finer gentleman in the business.
No,
You know,
definitely not.
And
We worked with him a few times.
We worked with him. In
Right.
fact, we did a wedding for his partner in production. That
Yeah.
we did an acapella wedding for him. It was really nice.
Earl Lewis and the Channels, Earl's a
Yes.
mailman, you know. I don't know
Exactly.
how many cops you got that are out there singing with the Capris and all of the other groups. Jesus,
I see
Emil
Tommy over
Stucchio,
there.
yeah,
I see
right.
Tommy Ferrara from this Capri's all the time.
it's amazing. It's that,
Hard-working man.
you know, they set the base for the industry, you know, for the doo-wop music, and there was no reward in it for them, but they're still out there doing it, and you just can't, you know, I had a pleasure, Rosemary Ferno and I had a great pleasure of meeting Pookie Hudson, and we've been in contact with him on a regular basis. There's another guy, if you think about it, he wrote 200 songs.
Oh, tremendous.
And, everything he sang, he wrote.
Tremendous.
And he sits and he tells you stories. And he's living just like an average guy. I mean, in this day and age, somebody who wrote 200 songs, cut that many records, and stayed in the business that long would be a multimillionaire.
Exactly.
And today, they're existing, but their love of the music, they travel all over to perform just to hear people who appreciate
And
it.
they're better than ever. That's the best part.
That's right.
They're better than ever.
Yeah.
You know.
One thing, I was in the control room, and I listened to that tape when I did Little Boy of Mine. I was saying girl, but it's, it's tough to get out of that mode. I'm not going to say Little Boy of Mine. I'm sorry. It just doesn't cut it for me. But I found it incredible that the four of you were off key.
Oh, I thought so.
I couldn't understand that. I was the only one that was on key.
Not you and I. Not you and I. I think it was the three of them.
Yeah. Listen, I stole this from you.
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about this.
I was in Aruba. I got timeshare in Aruba, and there was a bunch of people that were sitting at the table next to us, and all of a sudden, a friend of mine, Johnny, who I go to
So they can
Aruba,
see.
sure. I heard people started talking, saying doo-wop, and my ears lit up, and I went over to the table, and I met this gentleman called Johnny Keys, and he still sings with a group called the Magnificents. I don't remember the year.
Pop,
There it is.
up on a mountain.
Up on the mountain, and I don't remember what year it was. And he was such a phenomenal person to meet, and he said, one of the nicest things he says to me, he says, about us, singing doo-wop, he says, we're in the third quarter of life. And, 3/4 are gone just about already, and that's why he
a
does.
depressing thought.
It's not.
So
but
we're only halfway.
And he
You're
wrote
telling me I
this
only
book,
got a quarter left.
and his wife
You may not
says,
make it.
Baby.
his wife says to him, why don't you write about, your memories and stuff? And he wrote this book, and I read it on the way home and it's unbelievable. I mean, it's got pictures of all different groups here and everything.
Yeah,
Well,
will
I
you
showed
show
you
me?
this other picture before. I don't know if you can get it on camera. Of a group that used to be called Billy Ward and the Dominoes. I don't know if you can get it on. Can you see this fellow, who that is? That's Jackie Wilson.
One of the greats.
And he was originally,
Yeah.
with the group. And this book is fantastic. And
Would you just say Bobby J?
Yeah, below him
Below him is Bobby
is Bobby
J.
J, I believe.
right here. I don't need to-
That's it. Bobby
Yeah.
J, CBS
Right.
FM
CBS
DJ now, yeah.
Now, a lot of people didn't know. And he goes
He was
back.
with the Ladins, Bobby J.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
And he goes back and he tells the history of, doo-wop and everything, and some of the hard times that a lot of acts had to go through and everything, but the good times he talks more about. He doesn't, they had a hard time. A lot of the black groups took, they made songs and they didn't get the royalties or anything on it, and he just loves it. And his wife says, well, why don't you write about it? And he did. And in fact, the Friday before we did the show, he called me from Chicago to wish us luck at the Meadowlands, and that's the type of a guy. And I would recommend this to anybody. And if anybody, would like a copy, you're going to put the email address up on.
Yeah, we're going to tell us what the email
Yeah,
is.
it's jkdwp56@aol.com, and it'll be up on. And it's very interesting. And it's just the pictures alone. It's worth. It's like having something that you would really want. And he's such a nice fellow. I can't get over him. I met him for like 3 hours, and we became like brothers.
Well, I'll tell you,
Really close.
Nothing frustrates me more than listening to the cover records that went on in that era. And we grew up in that era. I mean, you had Pat Boone covering Little Richard, Fats Domino, just about anybody. I think the only one that covered that was maybe Ricky Nelson.
Exactly.
But sincerely, who did that?
I really don't remember.
With the sisters, the girl group.
Oh, the McGuire sisters.
McGuire sisters,
Right.
Sincerely. I mean, you got the Moonglows with Sincerely out there, and it's number one on Alan Freed. It's number one on Jocko.
Exactly.
And that cross color barriers. I mean, that music just kind of brought everybody together. We were talking about that earlier. I mean, before it was rock and roll, it was rhythm and blues.
That's right. Exactly.
They coined rock and roll. Actually, it was Alan Freed with the Moondog Show in Cleveland, coined the phrase rock and roll back in 1954, something like that. And here we are, and with
Fantastic.
incredible sounds.
And
Did I frighten you with that year, 54?
I was a baby. No, I wasn't even born yet. 54.
But anyway, I had spoken to John. He said if he ever comes to New York, would he be interested in doing the show? And he said he definitely would.
I'd love to have him.
I had given him your number and everything, so it would be fantastic.
I'd love to have the magnificence of it.
Exactly.
I mean,
Well, that's Ed, Johnny.
There was a
with the
bass.
group. Yeah.
there was.
You
a
had
bass.
told me,
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we want to thank.
Well, I want to thank you guys for being here. You made it a very special night for me. More important, I think you made it a very special night for everybody watching. As you know, over the past 10 years, people have been watching the show, and it kind of gained its own momentum. And I get more calls and more people I run into on the street, and they say thank you, and they love the fact that they're getting to listen to the music and getting to hear these beautiful sounds. And they're amazed because they think it's all done for money. It's not. This is public access. We do it because we love it. You do it because you love it.
Well, not to commend you. I mean, a lot of people don't know that the hard work that goes behind this. It's not just a matter of a couple hours shooting and that's it. There's many hours after that, and Eddie and everybody else here
Well,
that's
actually,
involved.
Rosemary and the crew.
Rosemary
I mean,
and,
we
it's a
got
lot
a
of work.
cameraman here with a broken knuckle, Bill Adams.
But you to be commended because without shows like this, it just stops. And
We thank you. You made us feel
definitely
very
commended for
comfortable.
this.
Thank you.
And I want to have you back as soon as possible. I want that
It'd be our
CD.
pleasure. It'd be our
Now, we're not going to let you go. You got to give us at least one more,
pleasure. Okay, fine.
and
I thank them.
we're going to ask you to come back. And hey, anytime, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Sincere.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you.
Very much. Thank you, Woody.
Thank you.
I thank the moon, I thank the moon, I thank the moon.
Yes, it's true when they say that when the moon's inside, it casts a magic light on loved ones. I fell in love with you on a perfect night in June, and darling, I thank the moon. While we walked through the park, the moon was in a cloud. I wanted to cry aloud, I love you. Just then the moon appeared, and two hearts began to swoon. And darling, I thank the moon. Remember, I was afraid and shy to tell what was in my heart. Then the moon seemed to say, you're in love.
You're in love, you're in love, you're in love.
We kissed, and gave, love its dawn. Whoa, it's true when they say that when the moon's inside, it casts a magic light on loved ones. It made you love me too on a perfect night in June. And darling, I thank the moon.
I thank the
Thank you very much.
I was waiting down at the corner, had an 8 o'clock day. I got there kind of early, hoped you wouldn't be late. But suddenly I saw you, and my world came to an end. For you were walking down the street with my best friend. What a surprise!
What a surprise!
What a surprise! I couldn't believe my eyes, so I followed you to your home. and watched you both go inside. And as I hid in the hallway, I just broke right down and cried. And when our friends began arriving, it was plain to see that you invited everyone, everyone but me. What a surprise! What a surprise! I couldn't believe my eyes. So I stood outside of your door and took it long as I could. And then I had to go inside to see just how things stood. But when I walked into the room, our friends began to cheer. And you rushed up and kissed me, shouting, "Happy birthday, dear!" What a surprise! What a surprise! I couldn't believe my eyes. Oh, and if I live forever, I won't forget, no, never, that surprise.